To the question, why Toronto? I moved to Toronto basically following my partner that I had met 3 months prior to the moving day. It wasn't something that I was planning. It was really impromptu. How do you find meaning and purpose in your new life in Toronto? Well, that's a good question. I think I find a lot of meaning in my house, like with my partner. I mean, we just have something so precious, like the respect that we have for each other, the love, it's just a very healthy relationship, you know? I'm celebrating because I had like a complex background when it comes to relationships and love, like everyone does, I think. But it's just, I'm finally in a relationship where it feels good. How's your life changed since you moved here? I would say my life is so much less social ever since I moved, because obviously, I was living in Montreal for 10 years, so I had such a big network. I had a lot of people and stuff. Ended up realizing that I need to make the most out of that time alone, Since I don't have that much of a community, I can really focus on myself, focus on my goals. And yeah, right now I'm building my future.
Never thought that would ever happen in my life. I just went into a store to get some mushroom. That's definitely interesting. Interesting social experiment. It's interesting because it's not illegal, yet it's not legal. But somehow they can operate, and I find it fascinating.
Hey, routine. What do you enjoy about your daily routine in Toronto? I think what I really enjoy in Toronto, again, I think I go back to this, is the feeling of freedom and also the feeling of novelty, I was living in Montreal for 10 years and I'm from France. So basically, I was speaking French growing up and I was speaking French in Montreal. And I don't know, for some reason, it didn't make me feel like I was really far away from home, And also there is such a big French community in Montreal. I think a lot of my friends are from my country, And it's not a problem. I love this and it feels so good when I go back to Montreal. But I think it was good for me to feel truly challenged and to discover so much more diversity. And, I never want to stay too comfortable in where I am or who I am as a person. I love growing. I need to grow. So that's why I'm not afraid to try different things.
Oh my god! I feel so much better now that I had food. Wait, I'm trying to put you somewhere so it's fine. Okay. I'm having grapes for dessert. I had my lunch listening to this artist, which is called Cleo Sol. She's so good. I'll show you that. Just try it out. So good. Really nice for the soul. It's the International Day of Weed. I wanted to go out, enjoy, eventually go to a park, like hang out with people, vaping weed, because I don't smoke weed, but I vape weed. And people are like, what's the difference? Blah, blah, blah. I use my packs. It basically hits the weed, which is much lighter, less harmful for your lungs, less hot. It's the healthiest way of consuming weed. I mean, smoking weed technically. I'm so pissed. I didn't want to call it smoking weed, but it's the healthiest way with edible to consume weed. One of the healthiest way. I do that. I really enjoy it. Like, I feel like weed makes me so much more creative. It pushes my boundaries a little bit. Sometimes I find adult life very stressful, so it's a really nice way after work at night to relax. Anyways, I wanted to celebrate like my appreciation for weed with other people. But the weather isn't the best. It's a bit gloomy. They say that it's gonna be a lot of wind this afternoon. I don't know how much I want to go through that, especially high. So I might just stay home. I might do a bit of cleaning and do like a little movie session. I don't know what type of movie I could watch. I'm feeling a French movie. Sometimes I miss home. Watching culture, like TV shows or films from my country makes me feel good. I might be looking for a French movie, RG French movie. I actually went to the thrift store and I found super cute items. I'm gonna show you just one. I don't want to show you too much because then I'm gonna wear it and you're gonna be like, yeah, this is what he got last time we saw it. It's on the surprise. I want you to be surprised in my next videos. So I'm not gonna show you everything I got. I'm just gonna show you what I'm wearing tonight. Okay? Because tonight I have, with my partner, we're invited for dinner. I got that. Such a cool shirt. My secret when I go to thrift stores is that I always go to the women's section. I'm so sorry for all the ladies watching and being like, really, you gotta take that from us too. Like, now you're gonna steal our clothes. Yeah, I mean, I'm a man. I'm sorry, I do bad things. I go to the women's section and I get very large items. For some reason, women clothes are just so much better, so much more creative, so much more diversity, so much more color. Anyways, I always find the best fit over there, so I'm very excited. And actually, I was a bit afraid when I was buying stuff because I was like, oh my god, my partner's gonna be pissed. He already told me that he thinks I have way too much clothing, and he's not wrong. Okay, he's really right. And part of my duty today was to sort out all my clothing to see what we donate and what we keep. And now I come back home with more clothing after spending probably 30 minutes looking for a movie. I mean, this is the reality of the world we live in. There is just so many options nowadays. So I ended up choosing this movie. It's called Yannick. I didn't think I was in that mood, but this is what hitting the spot. I did watch the trailer, which I actually am learning that watching the trailer is a very bad idea a lot of the times. Anyways, this is a movie about... anyways, I'm not going to tell you. If you want to know, you watch it. I'm not working for you. This is not free labor. I'm not going to explain you what the movie is about. You figure it out if you want it, okay? Gosh.
What role do you think Toronto plays in the global stage in terms of innovation? Yo, that's a very good question. Like, I think Toronto in the world is one of the most diverse city. And that, I think that there is a lot to learn in other countries where, I mean, I'm seeing the news right now and all these far-right parties, political parties, going to power right now. It's really worrying, and I think even though Canada might maybe go there at some point, I don't know, I don't want to be braggy about our country, but it's just like there is at least a respect between people.
Okay, let's try it.
Mais tu veux que je me suicide? C'est pas possible! Et c'est quoi la suite du programme? Tu vas m'annoncer que t'es enceinte?
Déjà, moi j'ai une vie de merde et je me sens pas au top de ma forme psychologique en ce moment. J'ai du mal à accepter qu'un spectacle qui s'est censé me remonter le moral, ça me fait l'effet inverse.
Oh, the movie was so good. Throughout the way, I felt increasingly emotionally involved in the movie. And it was a super interesting philosophical social commentary on loneliness, violence. It's a way of understanding a lot of the things that are happening in the world in such a creative way. I'm in need for new perspectives. I'm in need for a new way of approaching things, you know, and I think I'm living that right now. I'm really involved in making that a reality.
I think I really want to, my goal is like to really build my business at the moment. So this is what I'm trying to do very hard. I'm working really extra hours to do so. And then after that, I will be very open to connect in the city with other people, other souls. I think I'm seeing a lot of creative friendships being created in the future, maybe in the video space or maybe in philosophy or anything I might be interested in. But I have a very good feeling about this. And then, later on having a family with my partner, but that's not now, that's in a couple of years. Definitely that's a part of the goals. Eventually that's it, just continue this growth, continue to become the person I want to become, continue to show myself that I can do it. It's my first year here was up and down, obviously, but it was great. I did great things. It was a tough year, I'm not gonna lie. I've been through a lot. Personally, I haven't had the best relationship with myself. My self-confidence has been at the ultimate low. It's been hard, okay? It's been hard, but I'm slowly trying to grow from this. And I guess this is all we got to celebrate, you know? Trying, attempting. Like right now, it's been a couple of days since, you know, the routine's been good, the motivation's been good. We've been trying to reach these dreams, you know. So I'm grateful for this in all matters. Thank you so much.